Hi everyone, once again we have the Samsung Galaxy Note 2 in front of us, and right next to it we have the brand new official Samsung Galaxy Note 2 flip cover with NFC, and I'll get into why that is important in a minute. So I got this case for about 35 US dollars. I'm here in Korea, so that translates to 40,000 Korean won. But I believe if you want to get this case, you could get it right now in the US, even though the phone may not be available. You could get it right now in the US for about like $30 with shipping on eBay. So anyway, there's two official colors. The darker one, which is for your um, is it titanium gray phone. But as you can see, I have a marble white phone. So why did I get the darker case for the titanium gray phone? Well, it's because the my friend who introduced me to this case, he was very excited to show me this case because it is the topic of many conversations right now. It's kind of like the thing. It's like a very cool case to show to people. So as he was showing me, his case was only a day old, but he noticed some very light stains that started developing, just from carrying it around. And I thought, if I'm going to carry a white case around, I couldn't imagine what it would look like in, even in 6 months. So I decided ultimately to get the darker case, and I thought it would still look fine. And before I show the case, before I change the case, I just wanted to show you what an interesting problem that this case resolves for this phone. So as you can see here, the camera is actually raised above the surface of the back, and there is a little bit thing here as well. There's like the volume. There's like a little thing that comes out, right? To so that you don't completely mute the sound. But what you do end up with is this wobble. Now I've never showed you this wobble problem in any of my videos because it really isn't a problem. Even when you're writing with the stylus, it doesn't seem to get in the way, but you just might be annoyed by just the unevenness of it. But this case does solve the problem. So let's swap out the cases. So as I take this out, as you can see, this is the NFC chip, and make sure if you're replacing this part of the case that your case also comes with the NFC chip inside. Okay, so let's take this out. Okay. So yeah, as you can see, it does have the NFC chip in there. This does feel a little bit thicker, right? Then yeah, this feels very thin, but even though it's very durable, it feels actually flexible, like flexible plastic. This surface is it feels like microfiber, and as you can see, there's a hole here, so you could talk with the phone when the case is on. And this part is depressed because this part, right? This part is it actually extrudes out a little bit. Same thing for this. Unlike other Samsung Galaxy phones I've owned before, this part actually comes up above the surface, just like here. Maybe a little bit more from this headpiece. So I think it's very well designed. I'll also talk about this part in a second. So snap this on. Okay. There we go. So I do want to talk about this part. This part, it's not hard. It's like it feels like kind of like a seat belt, right? Like a thick cloth seat belt, right? So if you had to, right, you could actually control the volume still through the side. Okay, and that part is the same texture as here, right? As you could see, this tries to mimic the brushed metal texture on the titanium gray phone, even though this one, right, the white version doesn't have any kind of brushed metal surface. And actually, while I'm on that topic, I want to point out that the white case, right, doesn't have this same texture. It has more of a porous leather texture. Okay, so just letting you know. And then let's see. Oh, the wobble problem. So yeah, the wobble problem is gone. So I think you know, this case is definitely, I could see why a lot of people like it. And let's see, it adds very little thickness, right? It only adds about this much, and maybe like 1 millimeter in the back and maybe 2 millimeters in the front. And I think that is really cool. And um, let's see, another thing is it came with some film. I think they just threw this in for free, but when I was looking at this, I was kind of testing it out to see if it would be worth it to carry to put the film on the Gorilla Glass. But I always thought the Gorilla Glass itself offered the best protection. You know, sure I could put this film over it, but it'll degrade my screen quality just a little bit. And also, just writing here just doesn't feel as smooth as writing on the Gorilla Glass. So I think I'm not going to use the film. Okay, so anyway, that's all I want to show you. Thank you for watching my video.